Hello, boss man. This is Casual Chaos again, with some review of the skills, and I just wanted to show you guys some decks I was working on that I didn't get to actually put. I guess actually, I guess make them in real life. So I'll show you guys that. But first, let's look at the skills. So I had some prediction stuff before the skills were released. I predicted that the Yugi skill was gonna be something involving Gaia, the Fierce Knight, and Black Ops the Soldier, just because it makes sense. That's like the main kind of stuff in there. For the Pegasus, I was predicting something to do with tunes, and really wish. For the Merrick, I was thinking something to do with burn and level monsters. Let me see. And for the Bakura one, I was thinking something to do with well, we it was confirmed pre-leaked already that it was gonna be something to do with maybe like vanilla monsters or something like that. So you can special summon Dark Necrofear faster. And I was thinking it was something to do with Dark Ruler, the other one. But alright, let's move on. Let's see what's going on with the skills. Alright, we have the first skill, Ritual of Black Mastery. Activate this skill during your main phase while you control Blackluster Soldier or Magician Black Chaos that you ritual some. Alright, so this is cool. So we're getting a 2 of, I guess, of a skill. So it's gonna work for Blackluster Soldier and Magician of Black Chaos. So either or you could maybe you could put both of them in the deck. I don't know. We'll see. While you control Blackluster Soldier, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's skill. Also, once per turn, if your opponent activates a trap card, draw one card immediately after the results. All right, so that's pretty cool. So you have some immunity to traps and skills, I guess. As of as I know of now, there's only a few skills that destroy your opponent's monster. So I don't know how great that is, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. While you control Magician of Black Chaos, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's spell effects. Also, if your Magician of Black Chaos destroys a monster of a battle, add one spell card from your figures. Alright, so I like that effect. The only thing I don't like is I don't, there is a few cards that destroy your opponent's monster, but I don't think they're that used right now. I think we're still gonna be pretty trap heavy, so I don't know if spells are gonna be much of a thing. Um, I think I'm predicting that the next set is gonna be probably Jinzo in it or something like that. So that whatever that psychic guy or whatever was in Battle, what was it, Battle Kingdom or City? I don't know. I forgot what was the name of the cartoon, but yeah. So, but let's move on to the next one. All right, Knight of Legend. Activate this skill during your main phase. Each turn, one guy of the Fierce Knight you normal can be summoned without triggering. All right, that's pretty cool. It's a seven. It's a I think it's a guy of the Fierce Knight's a 7-star. So that's pretty cool. Apply the following skill while you control a guy of the Fierce Knight monster or a guy of the Dragon Champion. So they're talking about the fusion as well. So this skill could probably work with both of them. I'm assuming if this attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. Once per turn, if it inflicts battle damage with this skill, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card. You cannot activate set cards in the spell trap card zone. So you're most likely gonna put defensive cards, maybe. So you won't have to care about not activating your set cards that your turn. Let me see. For the piercing, I think you already have that with the like a continuous spell card, where you have the draw effect. Wow, if we use this skill with the field or the continuous spell card for the Gale of Fierce Knight, you get a lot of drawing power. So that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of draw power for that deck. But I don't know. We have to see. I think it's fine. I do like the whole not being able to not having to tribute that one monster. just because it would make it like a lot. The deck will suck a lot because you're gonna have too many like maybe dead draws or something like that, while having a tribute monster on your hand. So I like that fact that you don't have to worry about drawing it. It makes it to where like you could totally make an alright fusion deck based on it. But let's continue off with the next skill. So far I've been right. We have a Guy of the Fierce Night deck and a Black Luster. I wasn't expecting a Magician Black Chaos, but I was expecting like a more generic skill because it was a leak that skill would work well with Black Luster Soldier and the Magician Black Chaos. But I was assuming it was gonna be a generic like ritual monster, ritual skill. I'm sorry, ritual skill instead of like a specific skill for both of them. But all right, let's move on. All right, got Merrick. Activate this skill during your main phase. Once per duel, you can pay half your life when special summon monster from either graveyard, but your opponent takes no battle damage this turn. I think this skill could be really good in the future, but I don't think we have that many like that great of like boss monsters currently that have like really good effects or whatever like that. That you're willing to pay half your life ones for it. So I don't know about this. I think it's gonna be good in the future, but I don't know currently. I don't think we have that great of boss monsters, but I guess we'll find out how people use them. Alright, moving on. Twisted Personalities. Each time a player loses life points, place one counter on this card, max 3. Once per turn during your main phase, you can use one of the following skills. Remove 2 counters from this card, then discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. Alright, that's pretty cool. So you're burning them, and you're also just discarding cards from their hand. Not bad. Remove 3 counters from this card, then destroy 1 face-up card your opponent controls. So nice. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Nightmare of Sonic Blast, but you're burning them too. And wow, yeah, I like this one. I think it has potential to be a really good skill, maybe meta changing skill. All right, let's move on. All right, Into the Darkness Below. Bakura. Activate this skill during your main phase. Once per turn, you can discard 1 normal Fiend monster. Alright, so we are getting our Fiend effect, our Fiend to the graveyard. Then use one of the following skills. Draw 1 card, also flip this card over. If you have 4 or more Fiend normal monsters with different names in your graveyard, add 1 monster from your deck to your hand. Flip this card over. Alright. That's not bad. So this is pretty sure this is meant for Dark Necrofear, as it has it makes it to where it's easier to summon. I don't like it's not bad. I think we do have the. You could also use that one continuous spell card, the one that like every time you draw a dark monster, you could just send it to a graveyard. Most of the Fiend monsters are dark. I do like the fact that you draw, so it's not really. I don't know. Potentially the same thing, but the fact that you're able to get Dark Necrofear to your hand by the effect, or yeah, let me see. Add 1 monster from deck. Oh, okay. So it could be any monster. So that's. I think there's a few Fiend monsters in the Bakura and Merrick deck that are pretty good. Yeah, so it doesn't really have to be dark. What's it called? Dark Necrofear. So that could work out. I like this for as what's it called? For my Enchanting Free Room deck that I'm working on. So I'll try to release the. So I'm gonna show you these decks that I haven't showed you guys, and then I'll start working on the Bakura Merrick decks or whatever is going on. All right, let's move on. All right. Inner Conflict. Activate this skill during your main phase. Once per duel, you can pay half your life points. Take control 1 monster your opponent controls into the end phase, but it cannot attack directly this turn. So it's like a change of heart kind of thing, except life points. I like it. I think it's like the same one as like the Shadow Reborn, kind of like, I don't know how great it is right now. I think actually potentially I think with in, Inner Conflict is way better than Shadow Reborn. You could probably go for game, take control of your opponent's monster, and go for game. So I like that part. I guess you could do technically for Shadow Reborn as well, but like I said, I don't know how great that your opponent's monster is going to be. All right, so that's it. Let's see. Also for the Merrick, I predicted that one was gonna be a burn one, and one's gonna be a level one. So that sucks. Only one was a burn one. The other one was not a level one. So maybe we'll get a level one in the future, or maybe this works great with levels. I don't know. Uh, so let's go for the Bakura ones. I predicted one was gonna be a Dark Ruler Haze skill, and the other one was gonna be a Dark Necrofear. So this one's basically for both of them. This one could work for both of them, but it's more like a Dark Necrofear skill. And this one, well, I was totally wrong on the other one being like a specific Dark Ruler Hades one. I was thinking more of the lines of like uh, Nightmare Sonic Blast, where if you had like a Serpent Knight Dragon on your field, you could do something, you know. So that's what I was assuming. But anyways, let's move on. So the final one is Pegasus. The first time a toon world in your spell track or zone would be destroyed each turn, is not destroyed. All right, so this makes it to where you have to, I guess, main toon world or multiple copies just in case, or just so you could. Well, actually, Toon Table of Contents, it's great. So you might just need one or two Toon Worlds in the deck, and then your opponent really needs to like try to go for a game, or try to like hit your back row a lot to get rid of the Toon World. So he'll probably neg 2 just to get rid of your Toon World. The only problem is that if he destroys your Toon World, you're pretty much, you know, how would I put it nicely? Uh, Dead, life points are gone. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, I have to play test it more, but I think it's a fine skill. Um, I think you do have to. I think you might have to be like exactly 20 card deck for you to pull it off, just so because you want to get your Toon World soon. But yeah, it could. We'll see. All right, let's move on. That was a nice spell. Pegasus. Activate this skill during your main phase. Once per turn, you can discard one card and use one of the following skills, but you cannot conduct your battle phase this turn. I guess ritual summon one relinquish from your hand by triggering monsters from your hand or field whose level is one or more. Also flip this card over. So this, I think this acts as the spell card, the ritual spell card. And let's read on. Fusion summon 1000 eyes restrict from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. So this is like the polymerization. Alright, so that's cool. So this is poly, and this is was it? Forgot the spell card. But yeah. So this is the ritual spell card and the polymerization. Not bad. I guess if your opponent has a pretty good field, how long you don't really care, you're not, well, you want to attack, but at least it's a, you're willing to sacrifice the attack to just take control of your opponent's monsters. Let's see. Once per turn, you can discard one card and use the following skills, but you can per turn. Oh, so it's one per turn. Does it say? Let's see, activate the skill during your main phase. Once per turn, you can discard one card and use the following skill. Skills. Oh, very nice. So you could use either one of them. So you could potentially take two monsters, I'm assuming, or that's what I'm hoping it translates to, or is saying. Yeah, so that's basically it. So I did predict there's going to be a 2-1 and a 1000 ice. Was there a relinquish one? Alright, so those are the skill guys. Hopefully we'll get our stuff soon enough. Alright, let's go on to the decks. Alright, so these are some of the decks I was working on before, kind of, well, I just didn't make them or whatever, I didn't order them. order the cards to actually have them like in real life. So, but these are some decks, and I wanted to show them off before we get started on the new ones. So here goes my I guess Bones Despair deck out deck. I guess Fire Infection skill. Um, yeah. So it's just like we have sort of deep seed, so we won't deck out ourselves. We have 3 floodgates uh, and 3 spellbinding circles to stall, and we have like ways to like reborn our monsters so we could attack if we need to discard them. So we'll discard most likely Despair Dark and then special summon it, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's my Despair, I guess, deck out deck. Let's move on. So this is my Despair Insect deck with Cocoon, with Cocoon of Ultra Evolution. So it's just basically the like a zombie deck with Cocoon Evolution engine in it. Pretty much you could add the before this you could add what's it called, like Cocoon Ultra Evolution engine in basically anything that was pretty good already. It just make it next level good or whatever. So all right, let's move on to the next one. This is my control, I guess, Gatekeeper. The skill is the fill spell card. So this makes it to where your opponent cannot discard. Your opponent cannot special summon. So it's kind of like a control variant where your opponent cannot special summon. I don't know how good it is going to be in the future, but this is it. So you use Rite of Spirit and Time Machine, so your opponent doesn't get rid of your Gatekeeper, because one of the effects of the spell card is there has to be a Gatekeeper on the field or Necro Valley. So you have your field spell card, and you have 2 monsters that act as Necro Valley. So you could like continue having your opponent out, locking them down with not being able to special summon. All right, so let's see this one. I have Joyous Fusions. Let's see what the skill is. Polymerization. So the polymerization skill makes it to where you could choose another normal monster, and it acts as the fusion material. So I think this could be like top, I guess. But yeah, so you'll most likely you do have the complete ways to summon the 3 flame, that was called the flame swordsman, and then that's why we use floodgate. And you do have ancient brain, so you can at least summon one with a polymerization skill. And you also have one way to summon Thousand Dragon, and you also have with polymerization be able to summon Legator Swordsman. And of course you have the Enchanted Fear Room engine in there. So all these monsters are going to special summon, and if you're trying to get rid of boss monsters, you have Order Charge and Share the Pain. So that was my Joy Fusion deck, I guess. Moving on. I made a Dweller of the Deep, this guy. I made a zombie variant, you guys saw that, and this is my insect variant with Enchanted Fear Room. I think the other one, the zombie one, didn't have Enchanted Fear Rooms, but this one does. It usually uses discontinuous spell cards as a way to boost my monster shard greed. So I think we're getting quite maybe like 1 or 2 continuous spell cards that are kind of generic that you could use. So I do like that. Alright, I forgot what skill. I don't know. I think it'd just be any generic skill because it has Enchanted Fear Room. But yeah, let's move on. This is, I guess, my half shot tech. It's basically tries to kind of utilize half shot quite a bit. So if you notice, like all these decks, if you use half shot on your opponent, it makes it to where it does damage to them. Like if you half shot your opponent's monsters, and your monster will survive and they lose more life points. So if you half shot your own monster, your sorcerer woman, your opponent will lose more life points. If you half shot what's it called, your opponent's monster with Hammerhead, they'll lose life points, and the monster will return back to the hand. This is something just to get all your monsters back. You only ship, and you have shot your opponent's monster, they'll lose some life points just because it has pretty strong defense. Golden Ladybug is just for, so you won't lose, I guess, gain some life points. Time Machine also to just reoccur your monsters back from your graveyard, whatever, and then a way to stall. So you could continue attacking them with like Swordswoman or whatever. But yeah, that was my Half Shot deck. I do want to make this soon. I think it could work. Let's see. I guess this is my Spellcaster deck with Power of the Dark as the continuous spell card skill. It's mostly surrounded with golden apples, where if you take any damage, the field spell card makes it to where you gain 200 attack. So every time you summon this guy, whatever your opponent monster attacked you with, your life points, your monster is going to be at least 200 attack greater than theirs. And you have the Princess Magician engine, so you survive, I guess. You'd have some vanillas, so you could order charge them, and Magician of the Circle. But yeah, so there goes my Spellcaster deck. I made a Harpies one. Also the same with like the zombie one or whatever, or using the Cocoon Ultra Evolution engine in it. Yeah, that's how I made it. It kind of makes it to where the engine's pretty good that you could kind of splash it in anywhere. But yeah, let's go on. This is my Sonic Shooter. The skill is Toon World. So it basically makes it to where you start off with trying to kill them with your Toon Summon skill, because you do have Toon Table Contents. You have the skill, so if that doesn't work or whatever, you can go for something else. But you do have a Toon Rollback, and if that doesn't work, we have a Sonic Shooter. As you can see, we have a lot of stall cards, Floodgate, and a lot of back row destroying cards. So with the effect of Sonic Shooter, if your opponent doesn't control any spell trackers on their zone, you could attack them directly. So that's basically what you're trying to do. Trying to attack, go for a game for a Sonic Shooter or Toon Summon Skull, while you're stalling or they're or you're destroying their back row. Yeah, so I also want to make this deck. Just I don't know. I think it could do something, but we'll see. Alright, this is my Fortress Wheel. I don't know the skill yet for it. But it's basically a way to get it's like a Fortress Wheel deck, I guess, ritual. This lets you search any level 7 or higher water monsters. And you do have the Leviathan Dragon you go to search as well. You have the Slushy Engine and the Screech. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. I will still mess around with it, but let's see. And I guess the last one is also with Cocoon Ultra Evolution. And it's more of a so you won't deck out or something like that. You just combine Desert Twister with the 2 Sword Deep Sea, and you can just continue. If you're able to stall enough with the like floodgates or whatever, so your opponent can't do anything, you're able to at least keep on with the what's it called, Desert Twister. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, so you'll discard Sword of Deep Seated. You most likely equip Desert Twister to it, so you'll destroy Sword of Deep Seated. I don't know where I was going with it, but yeah, that was it. So that's basically it. That's all the decks. I didn't show you guys that I've been meaning to do, and haven't had time or whatever to do them. And yeah, I just want to show you guys the skills, and yeah, hopefully we'll show. I ordered some of the star decks. Should get them soon enough, hopefully. And yeah, have a good one, guys, and take care. And yeah, hopefully you like this content, and if you do, hit like and subscribe like a boss, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.